Hi, Virgo. I need you to put everything down and listen. Stop whatever you're doing. Stop the distractions. Stop the multitasking. Because what I'm about to tell you is time sensitive and critical. And if you miss this, if you're not prepared when it happens, you might not recognize it for what it is. Someone is coming, not casually strolling into your life, coming fast with urgency, with momentum they can't contain anymore, with true love they've been holding back that they're finally ready to express. And the speed of their approach, the force of their feelings, the intensity of what they're about to declare, it's going to overwhelm you if you're not ready for it. This is serious, not maybe this will be nice energy, serious, life altering, the kind of love confession that changes everything. That requires response. That demands you make choices about your future right there in the moment. That doesn't give you months to casually consider. That shows up with force and asks, are you in or out? And you need to know this is coming so you can prepare your heart, your mind, your life to receive it wisely. So let's explore this. Who's coming? What makes this true love versus infatuation? Why the speed? Why now? And how to navigate someone arriving with this level of intensity without losing yourself in their momentum. Take what resonates here. This is about imminent love declaration with serious energy. You remain in control of your response, always. This is simply an invitation to see this coming so you're not blindsided by the force of it. Let me start by identifying who this person is, because the first question you're asking is whose face should you be watching for? And the answer might surprise you. This is someone who's been in the background, not absent, but not fully present either. Someone who's been watching you from a careful distance. Someone who's had feelings developing but hasn't acted on them. Someone who's been waiting for the right moment or building courage or dealing with their own blocks around vulnerability. Someone who's been there but not declaring themselves until now. For some of you, this is a friend, someone you've known platonically who's been carrying romantic feelings they haven't revealed, who's been in the friend zone by their own choice because they were afraid of ruining the friendship or being rejected. But something's shifted. Something's made them realize that not telling you is worse than the risk of telling you. And they're about to cross that line from friend to I'm in love with you with speed that will shock you. For others, this is someone you've had history with but never full commitment. Someone you dated briefly. Someone you had chemistry with but timing was wrong. Someone who's been circling your orbit and they've been doing their own work, growing, evolving, becoming ready in ways they weren't ready before. And they're coming back now, not tentatively, fast, with clarity about wanting you that they didn't possess previously. And for some, this is someone relatively new. Someone you've recently met who's had a lightning bolt realization about you, who knows quickly when they know, who doesn't need months to figure out if someone's right for them, who's decided you are, and they're moving fast because they see clearly and they don't want to waste time or risk losing you to someone else. What they all share, they're done waiting, done hesitating, done holding back. Something internal clicked. Some switch flipped, and now they're in motion, fast motion, coming toward you with love they can't contain anymore. Now, let me talk about what makes this true love versus just intensity. Because this distinction matters critically, true love isn't just strong feelings. It's not just chemistry or attraction or infatuation moving fast. True love sees you, actually sees you, not an idealized version, not a fantasy projection. The real you with your complexities and contradictions and humanity, and chooses you anyway, wants to build with you anyway, commits to you anyway. Here's how you'll know theirs is true love. They're not just declaring feelings, they're declaring intentions. I love you, paired with I want to build a life with you. I'm in love with you, paired with and here's what I'm willing to commit to. You're it for me, paired with and I'm ready to prove that through consistent action over time. The feelings are there, but so is the substance. So is the willingness to back words with behavior. They know specific things about you. They've been paying attention. They can articulate what they love about you beyond surface attraction. They mention your quirks, your values, your dreams, things you've said in passing that they remembered. They're not in love with an idea of you. They're in love with the actual you they've been observing and learning and falling for. And their speed isn't reckless, it's decisive. There's a difference. Reckless is impulsive without foundation. Decisive is clear-eyed knowing, moving with appropriate urgency. They're moving fast because they've already done the internal work of recognizing what they want. Not because they're chasing a feeling, but because they've found substance and they're not willing to let substance slip away through hesitation. Let me slow down here because I need to address why this is serious, why I'm using that word specifically. Because when someone comes at you with true love moving fast, it demands response. You can't just receive it passively. You have to engage, have to decide, have to choose whether you're available for what they're offering or whether you need to clearly decline it. There's no neutral ground when someone declares love at this level. You're either moving toward them or you're closing the door. And that choice, that binary, that's why it's serious. And if you're someone who's been hurt before, if you're someone who's defended, if you're someone who doesn't trust easily, this is going to trigger you because their speed might feel unsafe. Their intensity might feel overwhelming. Your instinct might be to shut it down to protect yourself, to tell yourself it can't be real because real things move slowly, to reject it before it can reject you. And that defensive response, while understandable, might cost you something genuine if you're not careful. Drop a comment if you already sense who's going to come fast with this love confession. If there's someone in your life whose energy has been shifting, someone who looks at you differently lately, someone whose behavior has changed in subtle ways, someone you've caught watching you, someone who's been more present, more attentive, more invested than they used to be. Because I think many of you know. You've felt the shift in someone's energy toward you, even if they haven't verbalized it yet. You know what else I'm sensing? The catalyst that's making them move now. Something specific is triggering the urgency. Maybe they've seen you with someone else and realized they can't stay silent anymore. Maybe they're about to lose proximity to you. Someone's moving, changing jobs, life circumstances shifting, and they refuse to let the opportunity pass. Maybe they hit a personal rock bottom that clarified what matters. Maybe they simply reached the limit of how long they could hold feelings without expressing them. Whatever the catalyst, it's created this now or never energy, this I can't wait anymore momentum, this sense that if they don't speak now, they'll lose their chance forever. And that's driving the speed. That's why they're coming fast. Not because they're being impulsive, but because they've reached a breaking point where silence feels more dangerous than vulnerability. Let's sit with this for a moment. What if this is what you've been asking for? What if you've been praying for someone to love you fully and they're about to show up? What if you've been wanting someone certain, someone committed, someone who knows what they want? And they're approaching right now with exactly that energy. Would you be able to receive it? Or would your defenses reject it because it doesn't match your timeline or your expectations about how love should arrive? Because I think this is the test. Can you receive love when it comes fast? Can you trust something that moves with urgency? Can you distinguish between unhealthy intensity and healthy decisiveness? Can you let yourself be pursued instead of always being the pursuer? Can you surrender to someone's certainty about you, even if you're not certain about yourself? Let me offer you practical guidance about handling this when it happens. First, don't immediately shut it down out of fear. If someone comes to you with genuine love, moving fast, hear them out. Let them speak fully. Don't interrupt with objections or defenses or reasons why it can't work. Just listen, receive what they're offering. You can process and decide after, but give them the dignity of being heard when they're being vulnerable. Second, ask clarifying questions. What does love mean to you? What are you actually asking for? What does this look like practically? What are your intentions? Get specifics, because true love should be able to articulate itself beyond just feelings. Should be able to describe what it's offering and what it's hoping for. Third, take time before fully responding. You don't have to match their timeline. They might be ready to jump into relationship immediately. You might need days or weeks to process whether this is right for you. That's okay. You can appreciate their confession without immediately reciprocating or committing. You can say, I need time to think about this, and that's a complete valid response. Fourth, trust your body's response. When they confess their love, notice how you feel physically. Does your chest open or close? Do you feel excited or trapped, hopeful or anxious? Your body knows truth before your mind figures it out. If your body relaxes and opens, that's information. If it tenses and contracts, that's also information. Trust those signals. Fifth, don't say yes just because someone's certain about you. Their clarity doesn't create your obligation. They get to love you. You get to decide if you want to love them back. You get to decide if their vision for a future aligns with yours. You get to take all the time you need to figure out if this is right for you. Their speed doesn't have to become your speed. Let me ask you one final question. What would it feel like to be loved with certainty? To have someone show up absolutely sure they want you, not lukewarm, not confused, not keeping options open, just clear, just committed, just it's you and I know it's you and I'm not afraid to say it. What would that do to your heart that's been managing uncertainty for so long? Would you let it in? Would you let yourself be chosen that decisively? Or would you find reasons to discount it? To tell yourself it can't be real? To protect yourself from disappointment by preemptively rejecting what might actually be genuine? Because I think that's the real question here. Not whether someone's coming with true love, they are, but whether you'll be able to receive it, whether you'll let yourself be loved, whether you'll choose possibility over protection, whether you'll say yes to something moving fast instead of insisting everything move at the pace your fear is comfortable with. Here's what you absolutely must understand. Listen to me, this is serious. Someone is coming fast to express true love for you, not casual interest. True love, the kind that sees you and wants you and is ready to commit to you, the kind that's done hesitating, done waiting, done holding back, the kind that's moving with urgency because it's found something rare and it's not willing to let rare slip away. And when they arrive, when they speak, when they declare themselves, you're going to have to choose. Not casually, seriously. Choose whether to open your heart to this. Choose whether to trust someone's certainty even when you're uncertain. Choose whether to let love in when it arrives fast instead of rejecting it because the speed scares you. This is your warning, your preparation, your chance to ready yourself for someone showing up with the kind of love you've been asking for, but in a timeline you didn't control. Get your heart ready. Get your defenses ready to lower instead of raise. Get yourself ready to receive instead of reject. Take what resonates from this reading, leave what doesn't, and remember that you remain in control of your response, of your boundaries, of your pace, even when someone else is moving fast. Listen to me, this is serious. Someone is coming fast to express true love for you, and you need to be ready. Ready to hear it, ready to receive it, ready to make choices about whether to engage with it. Trust your inner knowing. Trust that you can handle intensity without losing yourself. Trust that speed doesn't automatically mean recklessness. Trust that someone being certain about you is a gift, not a trap. Trust that you're worthy of being loved with clarity and commitment. Trust that you can say yes or no from wisdom, not from fear. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening seriously. Thank you for being willing to prepare for love instead of just hoping it works out. You're exactly where you need to be. About to be on the receiving end of a fast moving love confession, about to have someone declare true feelings with urgency, about to make choices. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.